Hello everyone. So today we're going to take a look at Bolt. This is supposed to be an easy machine, nothing too complicated. So I've already started the machine, get our target IP address, and I've answered the first question, which is really not a question, just a check, which asks us start the machine. So we can move to task number 2. So first question, what port number has a web server with CMS running? So for that, we can do first thing first. Let me save the IP address to 10.167, no, 64, 167, 118. We can do export IP. We can test that. Okay, so now we can do Nmap -C4 for aggressive, and then we can do capital P, lowercase n, and then the IP address. I'm not going to save it to any file, so I don't need to use anything else. So we can do IP. Let's see, Nmap. Oh, it's not gonna work. Let me cancel that out. I need to connect to the VPN first. Let's do OpenV. Okay, so we can do another tab, and then we can test that. So we have our VPN tunnel to Tryhackme. Okay, so now we can go ahead and run the Nmap scan. We can do Nmap -A T4 and then the IP address. Let's see. Oh, I forgot. I need to set the IP again because export is per session. So let's do 1064, 167, 118, 1064. Okay, so now we can do let's wait for that to be done. Hopefully it doesn't take a long time. In the meantime, let's look at the question. What port number has a web server with CMS? What is the username we can find in the CMS? What is the password we can find for the username? What version of the CMS is installed? And okay, so nothing too complicated. Okay, our scan is done. We can go ahead and see that we have port 22, SSH is running, HTTP, and 8000. So the question asks us what port number has a web server with a CMS running. That is definitely 8000. I mean, since we have HTTP generate the Bolt, even though I don't see So we can do 8000. What is the username? So now we can go and visit that web server at that IP address. We can do 10.64.167.118, the port number. So it brings us to this. Let's make it bigger. Okay, so right off the bat, we can see that a message for the IT department. Hey guys, I suppose this is our secret forum, right? I post my first message for our readers today, but there seems to be a lot of free space out there. Please check it out. My password is Bolt admin123, just in case you need it. Regard Jake admin. I don't think nobody should be posting password on the front page, but it is what it is. But we can keep looking around. We also have a second message. Welcome to the site. Myself Jake and my username is Boss. So we do have a username, and then we do have a password. So we can answer question number 2. What is the username? We can find in the CMS. So that is Bolt. Oops. And then what is the password? We can find. I've already started the machine. Get our target IP address, and I've answered the first question, which is really not a question, just a check, which asks us start the machine. So we can move to task number 2. So first question, what port number has a web server with CMS running? So for that, we can do first thing first. Let me save the IP address to 10.167, no, 64, 167.118. We can do export IP. We can test that. Okay, so now we can do Nmap -C4 for aggressive, and then we can do capital P, lowercase n, and then the IP address. I'm not going to save it to any file, so I don't need to use anything else. So we can do IP. Let's see, Nmap. Oh, it's not gonna work. Let me cancel that out. I need to connect to the VPN first. Let's do open V. Okay, so we can do another tab, and then we can test that. So we do have our VPN tunnel to Tryhackme. Okay, so now we can go ahead and run the Nmap scan. We can do Nmap -A T4 and then the IP address. Let's see. reset the IP again because export is per session. So let's do 1064 167 118 1064. Okay, so now we can do let's wait for that to be done. Hopefully it doesn't take a long time. In the meantime, let's look at the question. What port number has a web server with CMS? What is the username we can find in the CMS? What is the password we can find for the username? What version of the CMS is installed? And okay, so nothing too complicated. Okay, our thing is done. We can go ahead and see that we have port 22, SSH is running, HTTP, and 8000. So the question asks us what port number has a web server with a CMS running. That is definitely 8000. I mean, since we have HTTP generate the Bolt, even though I don't see, so we can do 8000. What is the username? So now we can go and visit that web server at that IP address. We can do 1064 167 118, the port number. So it brings us to this. Let's make it bigger. Okay, so right off the bat, we can see that a message for the IT department. Hey guys, I suppose this is our secret forum, right? I post my first message for our readers today, but there seems to be a lot of free space out there. Please check it out. My password is Bolt admin123, just in case you need it. Regard Jake admin. I don't think nobody should be posting password on the front page, but it is what it is. But we can keep looking around. We also have a second message. Welcome to the site. Myself, Jake, and my username is Boss. So we do have a username, and then we do have a password. So we can answer question number 2. What is the username we can find in the CMS? So that is Bolt. Oops. And then what is the password we can find for the username? That is Bolt admin123. Then now we have what version of the CMS is installed, example name, and then the version. For that we can try, let's do what web. Yeah, we can do what web. see if we can find the CMS version. So we have nothing in here. Let's see. Okay, so nothing we can use for the version, so we can try something else. Let's see. Oops. I don't know why I keep typing bold. So Bolt CMS, we can check the admin page by going to the domain.com/bolt. So we can try that. So we can do the IP address again. We can do 10.64. Oops. And then we can do what? Okay, so maybe I do need the wait. Okay, so this is the login page, so we can try the credential we find earlier. So username is Bolt, password is Bolt, admin 123. So we are in. So we are in right now. So this is the version. Right at the bottom, we have a HTTPS status code OK, 200 OK. We have the dashboard. So we can insert the CMS version installed, which is Bolt 371. 3.71. Okay, so there is an exploit for a previous version of the CMS which allow on authenticated OCE find it on exploit.db what its EDB ID. So we do have an exploit DB over here, so we can do CMS 371, I believe. Oops, not CMD, CMS. Is it Bolt? Let's see. That is interesting. Let's see. Okay, so what's the problem? So it should be 3.7. Let's do 3.7. Okay, so it should be 3.70 because they asked us for the previous version, so it cannot be 3.71. So let's do 3.70. So it should be the first one, I believe. Let's click on it. They ask us for the EDB ID, which is 48296. 48296. So Metasploit recently added an exploit module for this vulnerability. What is the full path for this exploit? I think we could have found this information also over here. We can get rid of this. If we do Searchsploit CMS, we have a couple, so we can this time let's put 7. Let's put on 370 and see what do. Okay, so there it is over here. I forgot how you can read. Is it dash X? I forgot how to read the exploit, to be honest. I forgot how to read it, but probably not that dash X. It's been a while since I used that, but anyhow, we can also use Searchsploit as well. Instead of going to DB, what the heck is the name? Exploit DB, and you can read it. I think it's gonna be the same information that we. Oh, it's lowercase. It's lowercase x. Let's do lowercase x then. Okay, there it is. It's lowercase x, not capital. So that is the exploit. You can read it to see what it does. Okay, well, the end. Okay, so we can, now that we know there's an exploit out there, we can do msf console to open Metasploit. Okay, so we can do same thing. We can do search CMS 3.70. Yep, there it is. There's only one. Actually, there's not only one, but yeah, there's only one. Is it only one? Well, there's only one. So that is the name, and then that is the option to use it. So they ask us for the path, so we can just copy this. We don't need the disclosure date. You can just paste it here. Check. Bingo. So now they want us to set the lhost, localhost, local port, or host username and password. We can do check even though we have not set any of them. So we can do options to see the option that they want us to set. Oh, never mind. I have to choose it. I have to set that exploit first. Can I still use 0? No, I cannot. Oh, I can. Okay, so now we can do options. This is all the option that we need. Localhost. We're gonna have to set the password, which we have. Host, which is the target machine, and then we're gonna have to set the URI path and the username. So let's do that. Let me get my IP address. Let's do hostname capital I. We're gonna use this one for the localhost since that's the VPN tunnel IP address. So we can do set lhost, pass that over here. We can do set, and then we can copy 10, 64, 167, 118. We can set username to Bolt. We can set password to, and then we can set URI path to /Bolt. think that's pretty much it, if I'm being honest. Now we can take a look again and see. Okay, 192, 168, 10, 171, 192, 168, 10, 171. We set the URI path, which is /bolt. The R port is 8000. We already know that. Our host is the target host. That is the IP address of the machine. Password Bolt admin123, and I think that's it. So we can type check to see if the machine is vulnerable. It is. So now the only thing that's left for us to do is to run the exploit and get access to the machine. So now we can just do run, or you can type exploit, whichever one. Hopefully this works. I usually have a hard time with with Metasploit, to be honest, but let's cross our fingers and let's hope this run. We don't get any error message. Let's see. No response. I think we're good. Yes, I think we are in. Sometimes we're not gonna get any shell or anything like that, to be honest. You're just gonna let's see. Yeah, I figured. Let's try that again, to be honest. Is that the correct one though? Let's type options again. Maybe we missed something. Let's see what did we miss, because sometimes it's hard for me to run Metasploit on my own personal machine, but if I was using the attack the box, which I might use if this is giving me trouble, but I just want to know, did I make any error? Username is Bolt. This is the correct IP address, 110.64. Password is Bolt admin123. Let's try it again though, because if not, then I'm probably gonna use the attack the box machine just to do this port. Let's do exploit. Let's see. Hopefully this time we get something different. But let's see. If not, or my firewall could be blocking this connection. I don't know. So okay, so it's not running. Okay, so since it's not running on my own machine, my firewall might be blocking it. So let me get rid of. I don't think I need anything in here. Let me use the attack the box machine. Let's make this bigger. Let's start this, because it usually will work in this, to be honest, but I think my firewall at home sometimes block the connection, so sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. And since we are so close at the finish line, we only have the flag to get. Why not? We might as well use the attack the box machine, and yeah, so let's just give this some times for it to finish. Oh my god, this thing is so slow. Okay, so here we are. It's definitely going to work over here. I don't know why that keep happening. I guess because I'm using one of my server at home, EXI host. That thing keep blacking out. Okay, so now we can just go straight to MS console. It should work over here. Just give it some time to boot up. Let's go. Okay, perfect. Alright, so we can go straight to business. We can do search CMS 3.70. We can just use option 0. We can do. We don't even need to look at the we don't even need to look at the options since we know what they are. We can just I'm just gonna hit the IP address for this box. Let's see. Okay, so let's do our host, which is 10. Okay, I need to fix this thing, to be honest, it's annoying. 10.64 167.118. We can do set lhost, which is 10.64.81.5. And then we can do set username, Bolt, set password, 123, set URI path to /Bolt, and then I believe anything is missing. Let's see. Host, the target machine, our local host, username, password, URI file. I think that's it. Alright, we can do options just to double check and see. Okay, hope that is set. Bolt part number, target machine. Okay, so everything is set. Just one more thing we can check. We can check on the IP address to see if I was correct. I use 10.64.81.5. Okay, so we can do check and run. We already know the machine is vulnerable, so we can just do run and see what happened now. Okay, we in. I think we in. Oh, seriously? Yeah, I think we in. So there's only one way to know that if we're in is that we can start typing command to see if we have anything back. So we can type ls. As you can see, we are in the machine, but the problem is that we don't have a shell. We don't have any special features that we can use on a regular shell, so I'm gonna have to stabilize this shell just a tiny bit. First thing first, let me do hopefully Python 3 exists. If not, we're gonna have to start over. We can do Python 3 import pty.spawn /bin bash, and then we're gonna close this bad boy. We should have a prompt if Python 3 exists in this machine. If not, oh well. As you can see, now we have a shell, which is okay. We can do more. Actually, we don't need to do more, if I'm being honest. We can do, since we are also admin, we can type my. As you can see, we're all root. We have complete control over this machine, so we can just straight hunt down the flag. We can do cd root, we can do cd home, we can do ls. Here is our flag. We can do cat. Because I didn't finish stabilize the shell, I don't have type auto completion access, so I'm gonna have to type everything. I don't even think I have up and down action. Yep, you see, when you type up, it doesn't do what it's supposed to do. So we can just do cat flag.txt, and this is our flag. So who doesn't love Bolt, right? So this is our flag. So can I copy this bad boy? Let's hope we can. There you go. This is the end. Like I've said or mentioned, this was supposed to be a very easy room, nothing too complicated. I'm not really doing anything too complicated.